I took a last minute trip to New York City for a brand event, and even though it was a crazy 2 days, it was such a fun experience. Since this trip was for work, a lot of the expenses were covered, but here's a breakdown of everything I personally paid for. Since my husband is my videographer, we booked him a ticket so he could come along. The flight was $507, which was definitely a last minute price, but totally worth it to have him there capture content for me and explore the city together. As soon as we landed, I immediately broke my no spend streak and made a beeline for Muji. I never pass on Muji when I'm in New York City, it's a non negotiable at this point. I spent $193 and I'll do a haul soon so you can see everything I picked up. Since I knew we'd be outside a lot the next day for the event, I stopped by Uniqlo to grab some thermals. I didn't want to be freezing while trying to network and film content, so I grabbed a few basics for $35. If you ever need affordable, warm layers, Uniqlo is the place to go. For dinner that night, we went to a Georgian restaurant that had amazing reviews. If you've never had Georgian food, I highly recommend it. We spent $82 including tip, and it was so worth it. The next day, I was at the event from morning until late afternoon, so I didn't have time for any big meals. The only extra expenses that day were coffee and snacks as we bopped in and out of places before heading to the airport. Those small impulse buys added up to $54 over both days. And in total, for the whole trip, we spent $871. Even though this trip was short, it was so much fun and I loved every minute of it. Hope you enjoyed this recap and let me know if you want more details on anything.